Once Ambessa 6, once Nico, I mean, really at any point, but especially when she gets 6. I mean, Rumble's been so strong for so long.
Oh, Flash Petrifying Gaze comes in, and even though Faker was able to not get stunned, he is still very dead. Lucid picks up first blood, and I guess D+ are just still on the same level of form as they were up against KT, regardless of the result. As Lucid is going to have to flash away from Ona, who does get the stun off, but he gets over the wall. Still, Doran is going to come over to assist as Xiu, without an ultimate, is seeing what he can get done. Ona is in there, able to take down the red buff, and Lucid is just straight up dead. The silence comes through onto this Rumble as Ona is in so much trouble. He has to flash away. Xiu misses the flash, and now Doran, he gets poisoned and is looking to try and go back in again by the looks of things. The public execution was on cooldown though. There's a dive here in this bottom lane. The fourth shot, not enough, as Smash is reloading aggressively once more. And Pays is sitting duck underneath this turret. Oh dear, there was bottom side. He's clearing out a ward right now as there is that ultimate that you were talking about. Xiu does get towards his turret as the Equalizer is in a pretty good spot. Public execution gets Doran in there. This turret is getting so angry and Xiu survives!
When he used his Ghost Blade, so...
My goodness. All right, Korea possibly in a little bit of an awkward spot as Carrier gets that Pop Blossom down, but Showmaker comes on over. Flash out from Korea. Petrifying Gaze is fantastic as there's a 3-talent strike onto Ona, and the Twin Fang is able to lock him down. Even more damage coming through the flash.
I think that's the window back into it, is find someone isolated.
What about killing Xiu? As they don't do that. Spear dodge!
There's no way.
Xiu gets out twice in a row, and now Lucid comes down. Petrifying Gaze in for Showmaker, but doesn't get any stuns. As Ona, he's able to do so. His is targeted. Twin Fangs, though, are going to lock down the Pantheon. Doran is now in so much trouble as the flash forward. He lands the poison. True Shot Barrage comes on through. Showmaker avoids it, though, and another Noxious Blast is going to connect as Korea holding Carrier in position as there's just random supportal combat coming on down. As Showmaker will crash this wave. Miasma comes in. Doran going to have a difficult time dashing around that one as this turret is just going to go. Korea flashes. Down goes the Ambessa. And Pays is going to have to get his dancing shoes on and flashes to get out of the way and defend this outer turret that is very, very low. And there is Ona making his way forward. Lucid is on in there, but that's a beautiful public execution. And
so long, even through like the lane swap meta, because he's just so good.
Yeah.
Playing defensive.
Oh dear, Carrier gonna have to pretty defensively ult here, but they might actually be able to turn it into an engage onto Lucid, but the Crescent Guard so incredibly powerful. Korea down very, very low as the curtain call in a choke point is not exactly what they wanted to deal with, and the Equalizer is going to break up the fight. Still, it doesn't get a whole lot of value as Lucid dashing forward flashes in, and the double snare is going to mean the disengage here for T1. Deadly Flourish, it's not quite over just yet, although as I say that,
kill him, already been any resources from T1. Doran doesn't have TP though, so you can't really reset easily. And Dragon is going down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Harpoon's connecting onto Pays here at the same time as Grand Starfall does come in. No steal for Ona though, unfortunately, as the Soul is going to come on through. Doran gets in there with the public execution, but Carrier's dead already. It's a double for Smash as Showmaker Mega Blast goes for the disengage and avoids getting speared from the heavens. That's going to mean the Korea takes down Ona. Times. As now Faker could be in trouble. He's going to try and Realm Warp his way out. He's going to successfully do so. But Showmaker was there to catch him. Petrifying Gaze catches him looking back. And the Noxious Blast are going to connect. Dash Cannon forward there as Smash walks over and just hits him with a couple of bullets. Saved to fall. Let's see whether T1 can do it. Ona can always get in. We know that. As he ults into the backline to Smash, flashes out of the way. He gets cleansed. Decent dodges there at the same time, avoids the snare. As Doran wants to get on top of him, the Deadly Flourish comes down and connects onto Carrier, and then he's able to outplay. Now the curtains are being called, but he immediately has to stop it. As Faker was looking to get on top of him, it just doesn't matter. But honestly, I'm blown away with how well D+ held onto that snowball and never let it dissipate. This was pedal to the metal League of Legends from them the entire time.
Pick up that they end up here. DMF, I just struggle to see. Well, I think one of the problems though is as much as, oh no,
he's caught again. And net connects, there's the headshot, has to flash, Carrier finds it, and actually that's quite legal, as he is just gonna have to Vault Break his way over that wall. So no one dead, as Xiu is actually going to look to re-engage one more time. There's the all-out as he pulls Doran over, turns his attention towards Ona now as he's doing so much damage. Vault Breaker comes in, and that is going to... Will live to see another day. As Ona is going to come in and try and kill Showmaker. There is the paranoia, and he's just dead. I feel like Showmaker just kept walking towards as it's down to about 3,000, but Lucid gets into the back of the pit. The flash forward as the bullet time is just hitting nothing at all, but it's broken apart T1 for now. Ona right underneath the dragon, and it's going to be stolen away by Lucid. Showmaker, though, is going to die, and the flash in from Shiu. The beautiful Empress Divide to disengage, though, and the final spark from Carrier. Will also looking for a bit of an angle here, but once again, some action. Cease and desist onto Pays as they dive in. The Wild Growth, fantastic, but Pays gets over the wall, and he'll find so much damage there. DK will also get career caught, and there is not a whole lot he can do outside of flashing away. Smash able to absorb the ulti from Pays, and T1 will be able to strike back, even though it was Lucid that tried to go in.
Trying to go into Pays with his lack of flash. Oh
dear, there is the paranoia coming down. Flash out immediately, and they do get a big shield. Brilliantly done there from Korea and from Smash. And Korea calculated is how it's supposed to work.
That's what people do. That's what backronyms are. There's a lot of things where people have done that and said, oh, engage coming in.
Yeah, a bit of paranoia here from Ona, who is a little bit by himself, but so is Lucid, who is going to get cut up. The Wild Growth, not enough, as Faker is going to grab that kill. Meanwhile, Carrier doing a whole lot of work, and Korea is going to have to get himself out. No flash of
contest is Baron.
Yeah, double teleports to bring Shiu and Showmaker over. And the traps were set up, but they're a little bit far away. As Showmaker gets in there, that's a lot of damage. They want to try and get rid of Ona or Shiu.
Look at Smash.
It's a brick wall, he flashes in, the bullet time comes down. It's Ona that locks up the Baron, but can they keep themselves alive? That's the question. It's Shiu that goes down, and T1 build the Phalanx, and it's so difficult. Lucid has found his way in, though, and Pays is going to get locked down by Showmaker. It's a bit of a shooting gallery now, but they've taken out the Misfortune, who is going for a weird sort of flank angle. Still, Showmaker gets on over towards Doran, and Doran just wants to take him down. The hammer comes in, and T1 will win the fight and secure the Baron.
I feel like there was so much...
And the comeback mechanics of this composition are few and far between. As Showmaker, that was the choice. This momentum, or whether D+ can utilize their right of first selection in order to find a victory here. Both times, though, I feel like the drops were a bit wonky. T1 able to...
I just dropped Tibbers on ahead, and it's really hard to, like, wait it out. But
almost gets the snare onto Smash there as well, as there is death from below. No, not death from below. Atlas, it's a bone skewer. And gets the flash out of Smash.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. That no Valkyrie available for Smash is a point when he's vulnerable and connected. Oh,
whoa, okay, flash in from Pays. And decent steadfast presence is going to come on through. The barrier's down as well, but there's first blood over to the... No, it was Aurelia. I think it was Aurelia mid. It was either that or Vine. Never mind. As that is going to be another bone skewer connecting. And Showmaker,
nice
gets caught by the flash from Carrier.
Where he might have otherwise. Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, still saves us summoner.
Oh, that sidestep from Shiu. Doesn't actually matter, but it looked pretty cool. Okay. And Doran going to kill Shiu once again. And I think that that may just happen as, he realizes there's no way out, and he is just going to be... Does feel like as this game goes on, the Gnar and the Condemn will have about the same cooldown as dear. Wallop connects, and the stun is going to get tumbled, but the Bone Skewer won't get dodged.
You know, so the one grub is on the scoreboard.
Well, Shiu is going to condemn one and then still just get killed by Carrier again. Oh, never mind. Oh, the flash
man, the minion
from
for the level 6.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, just give him the POM. I don't even care if DK wins this game. I'm still giving it to Carrier. I can't give it to anyone. I don't have a vote. As he's going to stun up Korea as he moves in. Faker looking to join the show, though, as the drill doesn't land, but Death from Below is going to connect onto the Annie. And okay, maybe he's going to get something done, as that was an odd maneuver. A huge thank you to the production team for giving us the ping pong regardless, as Lucid does get the kickback, and that will be a dead Doran. So 3 swift kills, one after another for DK. As Carrier is he's not perturbed by dying in the top lane, and will just go and kill Showmaker again, although Korea does come on over. Now Carrier could be in a little bit of trouble between the worlds, as Showmaker one auto away from dead and will die.
You can definitely stop him again.
Yeah, but now Faker could be in a little bit of trouble as he gets stunned up, does get to the other side of the world, but the Pyroblast will follow him, and he's just dead. As all right, Korea is going to spot Faker, flash heroic charge to get that stun into the wall. As Showmaker going to be able to layer that CC. Carrier moving up though, steadfast presence does come down to the ulti in point blank range. Absolutely beautiful, 1-for-1 so far. As Carrier gets exhausted, but it wasn't quite enough to stop the Poppy from dying. Still yeah, Lucid is going to spot them. As Shelly loses interest in fighting T1 for now, as Korea on a control ward, sidesteps, does get a stun onto Pays there into the wall, but I mean, Korea is very dead. And there's the flash in, the double stun from Showmaker to take down the Jarvan. And now Faker is moving in. That should cause DPlus to back away. Up, but he's a little bit early, you could say. There is the eviction of the Jarvan. That should guarantee the Drake, and there it goes over to DPlus. As now the heroic charge, and they blow up the orange buff before he can do anything at all. Now Faker is getting cornered. Korea moving up to him, but maybe he's going up a little bit too far. Between worlds goes Faker. But they're not going to be able to do anything here, and down went Doran. They get themselves the Rift Herald now as the kick was so weird there from Lucid, not quite able to make the play.
Didn't get to do the kick flash, so he just kicked.
Yeah. Pays is now potentially just, not able to play ping pong with that. Oh, Carrier does make his way down, but Doran is still taking so much damage here. Tiv is still chasing as Korea comes over, lights him in fire, throws a buckler at him, and makes his way out. They take the turret as well as the rest of T1 are turning up, but they don't have their top laner anymore. And DPlus happy to take the 4 versus 5, or maybe it's a 4v4 as there's a Corki in the mid lane. In goes Ona, and he's pretty tanky. Flash out from Lucid, that bone skewer connects as Carrier turns the montage back on. He'll find another one with the help of Faker, and she falls and just be able to look for something, and Shiu going down extremely low against Faker, who just gets knocked into the wall. Shiu looking for the angle here, and Faker taken down with the silver bolts. Lucid not even able to come on over there, and the Korean Kase, and hear them in the background, Shiu, as he manages to pick that one up. Carrier, though, looking to try and shut him down, and that he will do immediately. As Flag and Drag, great buffer there from Ona, but Doran doesn't find any joy with the ulti, as the Poppycopter is just unable to really get off the ground, and now Carrier looking for his next target. Still, Korea is surprisingly tanky as the Drake is secured here by Lucid. Ona down exceptionally, he lands the Q! How did you connect that? Lucid, you madman! And now Korea has taken some hex gates to get himself in. Pays looks for the ulti but doesn't find the damage, and it's Carrier versus the world. Feels like it's been that this whole game long, but this time I don't think the smart money's on him. As DPlus somehow find a condemned him into his own wall so that he'd be back on the other side as Faker dies again. This time just to Lucid.
Yeah, him going down twice. Gold lead only 300 now. They're going straight towards Baron. Ona's going to make his way over here, but you're playing into Poppy and you have no flash. It's going to be...
Okay, Carrier wants to find an angle towards this Vayne, who is looking way tankier than any Vaynes I've ever seen, as he uses the ulti to try and get in there. Does manage to get the stun down, and Faker picks it up. Traded relatively well.
There's a Pike hiding there.
Showmaker is going to dash cannon around him, throws the bear backwards. That was kind of cool. As Ona comes in with the Cataclysm, down goes Carrier as the Annie deals with it, as Faker's also going to get taken out. As Lucid looks for the angle, Pays doing a lot of work here, does manage to take down the Poppy, but it's a double for Smash. And it's Doran that's throwing back his Yordle Breather, and Lucid flashing on top. And the sneaky Demon Hunter is making her way down. Leads all of the vision, but then doesn't avoid the Poppy as he gets slammed into the wall, and Carrier, guys, is very dead. And that's what happens if you get spotted out, as now Ona is trying to deal with Shiu, and he fails the flash over the wall. I think even if he does manage to get that flash, he is still dead. Vayne is very good at hunting down her target, and maybe off the back of those 2 kills, they can break open the base once again here in this mid lane. I don't know whether... Can they push for an end? They can't push for an end, right? Not against Aurora Mel.
There's too much wave clear. They can do a lot of damage. They can take 2 inhibitors.
Wonder whether they did some sort of agreement for this headline match. Yeah, he's actually just going to be able to grab this inhibitor. That's 2 of them down. Pays is teleporting back, so might be able to take out the wave, but it's Baroned minions, so it's more difficult to take down. Doran will now turn up as Smash is also here. Owner's going to get hit with a bear, though, and as an Australian, I know how bad that can get. As Shiu, final hour comes in, flashes out of the way, but he is still in a lot of trouble. Oh my God, Smash! Massive amounts of damage, picks up the triple, and that is all she wrote. DPlus will be taking down T1 in 3 games. continues.